This cat is being such a troublemaker.
Oh, where are you going?
Okay, let's refresh on what we were doing. Really well.
That's the wrong way.
Okay, so we just got to this world, I think.
Hey, wait for me.
Let's do this little cutscene.
Sure, it's a deal.
Okay, so I think what happened last is we just finished this world.
Anything I should pass on to Riku?
And then we saw the
I'll
bad
see you
guys
soon.
being bad. And now we're moving on to a new world.
You big son!
Yes.
Thug works for me. We all got a role to play, right?
Gosh, at least he's honest in a dishonest way.
At least he's honest in a dishonest way. Leave it to Goofy to be positive.
Be insulted so. I have great plans for dear Pete and for all the worlds, once I have taken them for my own.
Then I've got bad news for you. That day's never gonna
How's
come.
the audio? Is it too loud, too quiet?
Perhaps you should take a few moments to reconsider. Or does the Queen's life mean nothing to you at all?
Pete isn't evil enough, and he's actually a really good,
You can't let Maleficent have her way.
No, Minnie. All right, Maleficent. Tell us what you want.
Let me see. Shall I begin with this world?
He's
I
actually
much
a really
preferred
good,
in its
efficient
darker, more
minion.
ominous permutation.
You said it. This place needs some lights out time.
I turned it up a little bit. Let me know.
Maleficent. Not even you would go through this much trouble just for that. What is it you're really after?
Very perceptive. I presume you are familiar with Xehanort, the man who led me to discover worlds outside of my own.
Oh yeah,
You know him?
Daddy Nort.
As do you, I see.
This is gonna be really confusing for people that don't know about Kingdom Hearts.
How to go
But,
about winning a heart over to the darkness. And, most gloriously, about the
We
seven
are like
hearts of
six
pure
six
light,
games
the
in.
ones that would grant me the power I need to conquer all worlds. However, the worlds were too complex, too much for even me to contain. It seemed I had miscalculated. Then it came to me.
Oh yeah,
Course,
Maleficent,
I
it
could
came
go
to you.
about conquering other worlds in my own manner. You do have the data for all the worlds.
Pog
do
recoded.
you not? And now you will hand it over to me.
What do you mean?
Don't you bozos pretend you don't remember. Me and Maleficent was trapped inside it. Now cough it up.
Why do you want the data?
I'm afraid that is no concern of
No
yours.
concern of yours.
Wouldn't want a royal
Mickey's
Minnie
so
Mousey
grumpy.
just to get a boo-boo now, would we?
I see you have failed to recognize the futility of your situation.
Tristan and I will be going to Disney World in 2022.
Very well.
I'm very excited.
Face your doom!
Huh?
I would defo be willing to do a little meetup for anyone in the Florida area that
Maleficent?
wants to go to Disney World for a day
Lose.
on a certain day somewhere.
Say, milady, I think the pipsqueak's right. We better hit the road.
I know it's like months away.
I now know that what I seek lies within these walls. Trust that I will eliminate you in good time.
Oh yeah, Axel shows up,
Wait,
which is
wait
like
for me.
a big deal because
Maleficent?
Axel is supposed to be dead.
Wait!
You used the darkness to get here? That was reckless. But gosh, I didn't expect you to save us.
My king.
Axel,
Axel didn't. My name is Lee.
Yeah,
Got it memorized?
I guess his nobody was destroyed, but I had this theory that the nobodies were not actually nobodies. They were just the actual person who had been manipulated and, you know, gaslit.
Stand back. Here goes nothing.
Because they have memories from before,
All right, I'll show you
but
what
they're
a
not the same
musketeer can do.
person. Lamar, I don't think that that's been told to us yet.
King
Please
Mickey,
avoid
are you
doing
okay?
any spoilers
Huh?
like that.
Have we met before?
What?
That hasn't been clarified to us yet.
Wait. Is this like what happened with Jiminy and Tron? But I'm not in Disney Castle. And that world isn't one of the ones that's asleep. I don't get it.
You okay? What's wrong?
Oh, I was wondering where I was?
Hmm? Where'd you get that key?
This? It's a key
I know. You came from another world, right?
I hate
Huh?
Tron Worlds.
Yeah.
My name's Mickey. I'm working on a problem. That's why I'm in this world, being a musketeer.
I might have missed
So,
it, Lamar,
am I
or
in
it
a
might not
world
have
the
been like
king
entirely
visited that I
clear
don't
yet.
know about? A world that's trapped in sleep somewhere? 'Cause I guess...
They probably like talked about it,
seem
but I didn't
confused.
understand it yet.
Look out!
I'm Sora. Let me handle him.
Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, ha. Yeah, there.
All right,
Yeah.
we do this
hey,
fight.
Yeah, yeah, ha. Yeah, hey, yeah. Hey, yeah, ha. Thanks. I sure owe you
No
one.
worries, Lamar.
Some musketeer I turned out to be.
Hey, whoa, ow, whoa. Where's the bad guys?
Hi, Goofy.
Whoa, hey, whoa,
Everything's
ow,
under control, Goof.
Oh, his name's Goof. Nowadays.
Really? You mean
So
we
this is like
clobbered
kind
them?
of like dreams / past. God, Donald Duck
Hey,
has always
Donald.
been a little shit. Sorry if you're a really big Donald Duck fan, but
I know
Donald
you
Duck
from
is
somewhere.
probably my least favorite character in the Kingdom Hearts franchise.
No. Nice to meet you.
Say, fellas, this is Sora. And it doesn't matter when we met. Once we make a friend, we're friends for life.
And I'm Goofy.
Friends for life.
Now, we've got to go
Buttercup
protect
just
the
came
princess.
downstairs yelling at you.
Donald, Goofy, follow me.
Hey, wait! You're not gonna let me come along?
But you're not a musketeer. And this mission is fraught with danger.
All the more reason I should help. When the
I'm
going
better
gets
than a
tough,
musketeer.
The tough call their friends.
Well, all right. Thank you.
Great. Should we do the thing?
It's a typical Donald
thing?
thing to do, exclude people.
Well, the thing that we say is all the things that we do together.
Ah.
All for one.
And one for all.
Donald is the most popular Disney character in Finland. What's the reason for that? Do you know? I need to turn this audio down. I feel like I have to yell over it. Gorum!
Congratulations,
No!
boys! In light of your lacklustrous
We were late
potential,
to
I
that
dubbed
angry
you
and always
Royal
failing energy. Oh
Musketeers.
my god.
Just look at you, all dressed up and going nowheres.
Aw, Pete's actually good here.
Let's get right down to your inaugural mission. Bodyguards to Princess Minnie.
Imagine being Mickey and getting Princess
Some
Minnie
nefarious nincompoop
after
has
you
got
were
it
her
out for
bodyguard.
see?
That's a straight up
Your job to
romance
personally
novel.
keep her safe.
Romance novel
princess.
stuff.
Tell us.
What? So soon? Don't we get to practice?
Why? The 1, 2, 3 of us are ready for anything.
Don't worry, Donald's real brave, and Goofy's clever. And while I may be small, I've got the heart of a musketeer. All for one,
And one for all!
Goofy needs Mrs. Lydia counting lessons? Absolutely. Ready to protect the princess? Sure am. They're gonna just let a stranger protect the princess. Look at how young Minnie looks.
A dream eater!
Oh, look at the T-Rex!
Bad guy!
I love. They call themselves the Musketeers, not Mouseketeers. Yeah, that is pretty rough. Who better to protect the princess than the person you just met? Wow, this fight's actually really fast. Maybe? I don't know. Get wrecked, angry T-Rex. Okay, there we go. Boom. Okay. Who are they?
We'll be lightening your load by 1, princess. Now make like those musketeers and scram. Au revoir.
Wait, the Musketeers ran? Oh my gosh. You should play, Gorum. You should play that Mario game.
Your Majesty! Mickey!
Sora!
I'm sorry. They got away with the princess.
Don't be. It's not your fault.
As long as we all stick together, I know we can get the princess back.
It's hopeless.
Goofy's right. As a team, we
I don't think I've seen this movie, Lamar.
Yeah. Come on.
Hey, look,
I have a
Mickey,
big head and
there's
little
the
arms.
carriage.
Oh my gosh, that's throwing me back to my young childhood.
No sign of the princess.
So that means
Yup. She's out there somewhere, counting on us to come to the rescue.
yeah, but we're musketeers.
And we're gonna be the ones to save her.
Saurian was a Kickstarter game I went in on that lets you play a bunch of different
Hey!
dinos. T-Rex is supposed to be
Aren't
one
you
of them, but
forgetting
it's only been in
someone?
early access for years with a raptor. Oh, rip. What a gamer I am. Just skipping past all these fights.
Sora!
First
thank
try.
you. Princess Minnie is safe.
Anyone
couldn't
got
have done
some,
without ya.
Sure. Happy to help.
anyone got some popcorn?
Huh?
Tristan, will you make me
It's
some
the
popcorn?
bad guys.
Huh?
Thought we'd go down easy peasy, eh? Let me at him.
Oh my god, again?
All right. We can do this all day.
Wait, Sora. Got any suggestions, Goofy?
Where's Donald? Run out the window.
Oh,
You've got an idea?
and it might even be a good one, too. Hold on.
Ice cream.
Sure.
Oh, that sounds so
Take your
good.
time. Look.
How'd I do?
Wow, that's so graphic.
Yeah! We did it! the Musketeers!
Oh my god, Donald's here now.
All for one, and one for all!
No, Echo. No, I'll be twisted. Oh my gosh, how dare they yawn in the movie? It makes me want to yawn.
Hmm? What's up?
Hey, you! Not so fast!
Goofy, where are you going?
What's the matter, Sora? Hold on.
Oh, Mickey, Goofy just sort of took off.
Oh man, I've got some neck
But
pain.
why would he leave his post? Not you too, Donald!
What do we do? It's a disaster!
How
Calm
so,
down,
Donald?
Start from the beginning.
The captain
The captain! Meaning Pete.
What? But he's the one who made us Musketeers.
It was all a big lie.
A lie?
Because he thought you weren't
Well,
capable of
lie or
protecting
no
her.
lie, Musketeers don't ever run from danger.
I don't know. Donald's run from danger literally every time.
Donald, wait! Together we can stop Captain Pete.
Yeah.
Having both Pluto
We're in
and
this
Goofy
together.
around is very weird,
Come
yes.
on, we'll be right beside you.
Goofy's supposed to be
And
like
we're
a cow instead of a dog,
Can't do it. I'm sorry.
apparently. That's what I've heard.
Donald! Donald.
He'll be back.
P times
know.
mini? I'm here for it.
Aw, thanks, Sora.
So this captain guy's the culprit. I wonder what he's up to.
What am I up to?
Huh?
I'm up to plenty.
Oh,
Pete?
Who's that?
His laugh is
A stranger
so
looking
great.
To be endangered. You.
A stranger looking to be
Family
endangered. Na 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 na.
Captain Pete, by the power vested in me as a musketeer, I arrest you,
Oh, he's not any particular animal. Gotcha.
That's a good one. Well, how's about this? By the power invested in my fist, I clobber you.
Oh, Mickey!
Are we in the dungeon? McFeely, hello! How are you doing?
Goofy.
I hope you're having a good day.
Where's Mickey?
Captain Pete and his guys took Mickey to Mont Saint Michel, and that means he's in big trouble. Once the tide comes in, the dungeon will fill up with water.
According to Pup Time, Goofy is a dog.
Come on. We gotta go save him.
But how?
What are you saying? You and Goofy wouldn't have come back if you weren't ready to save him. We're friends. Friends for life. Remember?
Yeah!
Best of friends to the very end.
Good. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, it looks like somebody did Google it for him. I feel like if different sources are saying different things, like if something's saying it's a dog and something's saying he's not a particular animal, then it's not as clear as yes or no. Unless the Disney website says he's a dog. Let's just hasten everybody here. Bam. Dun, 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 dun. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Hope you're having a pretty good day today. Yeah, we've been live for so long. It doesn't show it because I accidentally exited out of Streamlabs. Let's not talk about that. Tristan with the most kills, Viscount with the most assists. Nap Time, Zell, Gorham, Splash in Jaeger. We're gonna go down here to get another, more money. Boom. His original name was Dippy Dog. Yeah, but, you know, Disney is definitely the sort of company that will, like, go back on their creations and then, like, say, yeah, but not anymore. He's not anything because it's weird for Pluto to be a dog and Goofy to be a dog. You know? But we'll just call Goofy a dog since, I mean, Wikipedia says it, and he's Dippy Dog. Yeah, did the boys win? Hey, the hair on your ass. Damn. Fortunately, I don't know how long the hair on your ass is.
Donald? Goofy? You too, Sora? You came back.
Come on, man. We gotta save the princess.
Aw, fellas. We're not even real musketeers.
Oh,
Wrong.
don't give
you
up,
are
Mickey.
real musketeers, and don't let anybody else tell you you're not.
It doesn't matter what you wear.
Only what kind of heart it is that beats inside of you.
I love hats
You know
with
what?
little
You're right, pals. When the bunch of
feathers.
us stick together, we can accomplish
Just make Max
anything.
part dog, part cow.
Pete said he was headed for the opera house, and that's where we'll find her.
I don't know who
Majesty.
Max's mother
Come on,
is.
musketeers. We've got a princess to rescue.
Plumes. Anything that gives me Robin Hood vibes is always a win for me. It's why I often go with archers in games.
Hey, over there!
Boy,
Look at that gold. Do you have Minnie in that chest? Is that a coffin? Oh man. Oh my god! It actually is Minnie in
Time for
there.
our musketeering to the test.
A long time ago, I did watch a like
Jig is up, Pete.
mysteries thing where, oh gosh,
3 against 1 now.
this is pretty dark, but it's like kind of traumatized me from watching it as a little kid. There's this wedding thing,
Look out!
and they played hide and seek
What?
after the ceremony, and
Riku saved us. He's been by our side.
nah, never mind. I'm not gonna talk about it. But every time I see like a cedar chest or whatever,
I'll handle things here.
it gives me the heebies.
Sora,
Why, you... How dare you...
And I watched this when I was really young, and it was pretty,
Get up, I tell you.
pretty,
Hey,
pretty
over
scary
here,
graphic.
boys.
Not in real
right.
life. This was like a documentary. They genuinely thought the wife just like got cold feet and ran after the wedding ceremony for years.
Back off!
Gotcha.
Ha! Yeah! Yeah, there! Hello!
Really? An urban legend?
Together. Yeah.
I saw it a really long time ago. Hello there. Hello there. It's late and I'm awake. Da 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 da.
In gratitude for being so brave and saving us all,
It was an Alfred Hitchcock film. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid. Scully, Emmer. Hi, P. Hemmick. Welcome on in, everybody. How was Pokemon? We played Pokemon yesterday. What you up to today? I mean, what were you doing in Pokemon? Huh.
Oh.
We did it!
Fellas?
All for one!
A ROM hack that's very difficult.
All for one, and one for all.
I don't know what sort of thing was pitching this like it was real, and it had like really graphic images and like talks about autopsy and stuff, and I don't know. Don't know what it was that I watched. Maybe I made it up as a
Isn't
kid.
that Pete? What kind of world did I end up in this time?
A friend made it, so that's extra fun. Nice. Level 80 before the 5th gym. Country of Musketeers. All right, now we get Riku's
Well,
perspective.
One thing's for sure. That guy adds up to trouble in any world. What's all this for?
Have a good night, Scully. Thank you so much for dropping by. This is kind of unusual. We're doing this because
Is that
we
supposed to be Mickey and the others?
don't want to play through the entire game, but we need the story
Those
to
three are together
continue.
even when they're made out of wood.
I wonder if there's like a shorter version that we could watch
Pete.
that covers the important story facts. You caved and took ice cream? Ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh, I want ice cream. But I should have a supper before I have ice cream.
Huh?
Set her free!
Is someone...
We're very close to the end, though. We've still got another 2 hours.
Oh, thank you for saving me.
Where are you going?
I have to help the Musketeers.
What happened? Tell me what I can do.
Who are you?
Riku. Mickey's my friend.
Oh, Riku, the stage has been rigged with a machine to lure Mickey and the others into a terrible trap. If we can only find
Look at him in the
something
background
to
over
control
there.
the device from here.
When don't you want ice cream, though? Good question. I need some water.
Lucky I remembered. Look what I nearly forgot. Eh? Why is the buck sans mouse?
Oi, quit messing around.
The boss is losing his patience.
Aye?
There it is! That's the gadget we need to retrieve!
I'm on it.
Bam, 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 bam.
Release me! This instant!
Actually, it's time to say bon journey, your royal highness.
Captain Pete, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, don't you lose any sleep over it, princess. I'm just gonna seize the throne and rule happily ever after. After you name me king, that is.
What? I most certainly would never agree to that!
Bien sûr. And that's why the real you won't be the one doing the naming. I got myself another stooge to take the stage. All you gotta do is keep your royal mouth nice and shut.
A double? Mickey and the Musketeers will stop you!
Oh, never you
A double? I wonder who they have as her
Those
double.
chowderheads will be out of the picture real soon.
Just a cardboard
So,
cutout.
how we looking, boys? Aye, okay, boss. Test run's done.
We'll flatten them like crepes.
Good. Now, you must hold on to that thing no matter what. If you don't mind, your highness, we have a seat reservated for you backstage.
Hydrate. Thank you so much for the hydration.
It's gonna be curtains soon. Curtains. I love it.
So that was what happened, or did it happen again? Oh, I guess it happened again. I think what's making this so hard to keep up with
They just
is
never
that
wanna
I've
make
never
this easy,
seen
do they?
most of these movies. So it's kind of like the references to the plots. Yeah, I'm finally doing Dream Drop Distance. I'm having Tristan search for a shorter summary of this, if he can find one, because I've been putting this off for so long because I'm having so much trouble watching this. It's so hard to follow for me. I've never had the same issues with the other movies that we've watched, but this is just tough.
How do you like that?
How do you like that? Wait, how is this?
Looks like I was right in the
How
nick
does
of
this
time.
even work?
Sora?
They're safe! Oh, thank goodness! You truly saved the day, Riku! I see you're as brave as a royal musketeer.
Musketeer? What is that anyway? Huh?
Why do they always whisper?
They actually say that?
Oh, who's the double in the movie, Lamar? Is it
Every
Daisy?
musketeer's taught those words. It's a very important motto and solemn pledge.
You're right. And it does fit the moment. All for one,
One for
and
all.
one for all.
Maybe I have seen this movie growing up, when I was really young. Okay, what did you just say, Axel?
The moment Sora and Riku departed. Xehanort must have known what we were attempting before we even began.
But you do know where they are.
You must understand, this examination is in no way how the mark of mastery is usually found.
It's
However,
Lee.
in light of what they must do next, it was a necessity. If Sora and Riku complete their test, by finding the 7 doors corresponding to the 7 pure lights, they will return home with a new power. At that point, they will both be true masters.
Lee the sweetie.
However, the dangers make
Got
this
it
more
memorized.
trial than test.
But are they safe right now?
Considering their ability, I would like to believe that they are. However, all my attempts to locate Sora and Riku end.
Lee the P.
questionably. Xehanort is a devious tactician.
Lee the cutie.
There is nothing we can do that he will not, to some extent, be able to predict.
Stop being so predictable then, old man.
As you can see, the organization's members are complete people again. Xehanort will be no different. We cannot afford another moment's hesitation. We must consider any strategy to outwit Xehanort and catch him off
Complete
guard.
people. But what about
I
what
must
about
warn you
Terra?
again, the road will not be easy.
Fine. Let's jump right in.
Fantasia!
Whoa.
I mean, Terranort was pretty hot. Agreed. I guess this is a new world? I know. Do you know if the Fantasia laser show at Disney costs extra? Like, I don't know what
I
at
back at
Disney
Master Yensid's
is an
power?
extra cost and what's like a just show up at the right time kind of
Something
thing.
seems off. King Mickey!
It's so hot.
Is this what's troubling him? All right.
I haven't been outside today. Nice try.
Gosh, is that a Keyblade? Who are you an apprentice to? I'm Mickey, the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Sorcerer's Apprentice. I heard that's a really good book series. I haven't read it yet.
Apprentice?
Or no.
Wait, am I in some world where the king was still in training? So,
No, sorry,
does
that's
that
the
mean this
Assassin's
world is
Apprentice.
sleeping?
What's wrong?
Buttercup?
What?
Buttercup.
Oh, I'm Sora, the, apprentice of, Hey, listen, your I gotta stop that. Mickey, what can I do to save you?
Yes, Emmer, we're watching the movie for Dream Drop Distance because we didn't want to play like a full 60 hours of it or 50 hours. So we're watching like a 5-hour film of the games so that we understand the story.
Okay, where do I get a sound idea?
What?
Because I feel like if you skip a game for
Thank you.
Kingdom Hearts, you're really lost.
Favor for the king.
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, nothing. Long story. So what exactly is a sound idea?
Inside this musical score should be a power that can sweep away any darkness. But you gotta be careful.
Pretty
In
legit.
between those clefs and notes are monsters. Not as strong as the big one, but still pretty strong.
Got it.
Yeah, imagine that you just like skipped this and then suddenly Axel's back after he died in Kingdom Hearts 2. Or whatever. He's just vibing, yeah. Poor apprentices being treated like... I skipped 358x2 and other DS game and I was still lost. Yeah, I think this is one of the DS games. Oh, wow. Okay, game. It's the Melody game. Yeah. I like this world. I think I would have enjoyed this world a lot.
Easily you sink into the depths of slumber.
Oh, hi, Terranort.
Why are you here?
I love classical music.
Beautiful world, isn't it? Almost like a dream.
Why are you following me around?
You really haven't caught on?
Unfortunately,
Well, you
though a
just
lot of
assume
like
it's all
classical
part of your
music
test.
doesn't have like
I'm not part of the dream.
copyright anymore,
And if you thought I was,
you'd
then
still
you're
like
softer than they say.
the
What?
recordings are copywritten
This will all
or
be
something
over
like that.
soon.
The
Just who are you
performances.
people?
Sleep on and we will meet again.
Hey! What
Hmm.
does that mean?
What does that mean? So mysterious, so hot. I like him a little bit better when he is a grown man instead of like a teenager. Like 18 or 19. Sora has massive feet. Everyone in this game does.
I can tell you found us a sound idea. Well, I guess we should try and put it to work.
I think Terranort's like 18 or something. But I like the 25 to 30 Terranort better. The one in the one that's in the Kingdom Hearts 2 character
That's strange.
portrait.
Is one sound idea not enough?
Don't worry.
This is the game that
I've got a
made the
friend
bad
out there
guys
who will
squad
help.
cool. Oh,
He's
really?
always picking up the slack for me.
Oh, hey! I'm guessing Riku did it on his end. The sounds are all joining together to make even more powerful music. Music is fucking cool, chat. It's so loud, though. A little bit overwhelming. Wait, are we making trap music? What's going on? Okay, can I get in there to fight that thing now? Yes, but Sora! I'll be fine. See you in a jiff. DMCA prevention. Oh. Yeah. Bam! Meow. Hopefully this is Twitch safe. What's the name of the melody game? Melody of Memory. Gotcha. Thanks. Do we get sound back? Hey, thanks.
Thanks, Sora. Don't know what I would have done without you.
Oh no, the sound is not matched
no.
up.
Huh? The water. Oh, I'm in big trouble if I don't
Oh
fetch
no,
it.
really? No,
See you real
please.
soon, Sora.
Yeah, you know it.
Please don't do this to me. Yeah, the rhythm game is canon. Yeah, the desync. I reckon it has to do with them replacing the music. But hopefully they'll fix it once they, like...
Blood? Strange. It's coming from upstairs. Mickey!
Oh no. Oh no, chat.
You won't be able
It's gonna be desynced the rest of the time. Oh.
Released by Square Enix in 2012.
I think we might have to jump ship. There's another one that shows everything, but it's like really low quality, and we're just gonna have them tell us the plot of the game. I'm sorry.
On the Nintendo 3DS, series creator Tetsuya Nomura returns to create another installment in the best-selling series, Kingdom Hearts, which chronologically takes place directly after the events of Kingdom Hearts 2, and is the next game to actually progress the adventures.
By the way, let me show you who this is. This is by Oni Black Mage, an in-depth story summary of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. There we go.
Sora. As Dream Drop Distance is the 7th game in the franchise, it takes the role of a familiar action RPG with flashy, even more fast-paced combat. The story only gets larger from here, so let's cut it down to size with a recapitation.
Okay.
The game starts with a recollection of the many bonds in relation to Sora so far, and it's important to review the significant ones in connection with his heart. Sora himself has strong bonds with many friends, but within himself he also houses the heart of Ventus, his nobody Roxas, as well as Xion. Now Xion was a replica of Roxas that was forged from Sora's memories and the bond he shared when he temporarily housed Kairi's heart as well. In addition, he did house a Heartless, but this was taken down by a data version of himself whom he never met personally, but Data Sora is the one who awakened the memory of Ventus's heart within Sora nonetheless.
That's so insane that I'm actually following what he's saying here. I'm like, okay, yeah. Here's Sora, and then he's got 3 people inside him. And then he also housed a Heartless, but then that got destroyed by a Data version of himself that he never met, but oh my god, Gorham. Alright, it's Stream Raiders time really quick. But this is gonna save us some... I think that this is gonna be helpful. Let's go, folks. Burn, 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 Draconics, David, interesting. Congratulations. You found a version for us? Send it along to Tristan and he'll take a look. I think I might just watch this. Because I am not enjoying watching the cutscenes at the rate that they're going. Thanks for reminding the mods they're bad bosses. Big Feely.
When all this is revealed in Mickey's letter to Sora, Sora and Riku personally answer Yensid's call.
Okay.
Master Yensid informs them how Xehanort was a very talented and brilliant Keyblade master, and even after reawakening in a younger body, he was driven to answering questions of the power of the heart. His pursuit has always been the Keyblade War, and he has always been preparing and battling for its resurgence.
Mm-hmm.
He then notes how Sora and Riku, though self-taught Keyblade wielders with many victories under their belt, are still unpolished and unprepared for the coming fight.
Mm-hmm.
He asks their participation in the Mark of Mastery exam, which will test if either of them are fit to be named Keyblade Master and gain substantial new powers. He explains that the people Mickey mentioned in his letter need to be rescued from sorrow and slumber to oppose the coming darkness, and the power of a Keyblade Master can accomplish this. He reminds them that in the past they rescued many worlds that were devoured by darkness, but informed them that not all of them came back intact. In fact, many of them lie dormant, and special slumbering keyholes must be found
we've got
to unlock
this.
them. 7
We
for
got
now.
all that. We're
In
smart.
the slumbering state, they are harboring a special darkness manifested in the form of Dream Eaters. Nightmares are dark dream eaters and devour happy dreams.
To
and
watch the
spirits are
game,
dream
Tristan,
eaters that
is
eat
it like really
nightmares.
bad quality
Both
or?
Sora and Riku agree to prove themselves, and the test begins immediately. Diving into the dreams of the hearts of these worlds, Sora and Riku find themselves first on a version of the Destiny Islands, but after a battle with Ursula separates them, they quickly open a keyhole and separately dive into the dreams of one of the sleeping worlds.
Oh.
Sora wakes to find himself in Traverse Town, sporting a younger look with different clothes. He calls out for Riku, but is called out
What
instead
is his
by
music?
newcomer Neku Sakuraba from the game The World Ends With You. Their introduction is cut short.
Oh,
as
it's
they are
Tui
attacked by
music.
nightmares. Neku counters with his own spirit, and after the fight, Sora agrees to befriend Neku and help him find his game partner, while he tries to find Riku as well. It turns out Neku was using Sora and delivers him to a man in a black coat, but objects to Sora getting hurt. Sora prepares to fight, but suddenly and uncontrollably drifts to sleep. At this same time, Riku wakes up in Traverse Town, sporting a haircut and a change of clothes. He encounters a boy named Joshua who is intrigued that Riku can travel between worlds without using dreams as a portal like he can. Explaining further, he states that any given world has multiple versions of itself, based on what people within it need. He asks Riku to help him find a girl named Rhyme, whose dreams he needs.
Rhyme.
And to incentivize, drops that Sora
We've
is
done
likely
this.
the other version of
I'm
this
worried that I
world.
missed some stuff
As they
though.
work together, Joshua shows Riku how to give his dream shape and form his own Dream Eaters. They
Hey,
are
we did
ambushed by
that.
a boy named Bean, Rhyme's brother who's also looking for her. And as they sort things out afterwards, Riku now suddenly loses
Wow.
consciousness and
This
falls
guy's
asleep.
really going in depth here on these
Meanwhile, as
worlds.
Sora wakes up, he finds both Neku and the man in the black
I
coat
love how
gone. He
I love
explores
how
new areas of
this person is saying Sora, it always thinks he's saying a Sor wakes up. Meanwhile, a Sor wakes up.
Traverse Town he's never been to, and bumps into a young girl named Rhyme. Together, they find Neku, who apologizes to Sora for using him in a deal to return home. At the same time, Riku wakes up to find a girl named Shiki being chased by nightmares, and after rescuing her, helps her on her own search for Neku. Back with Sora, Rhyme suddenly vanishes, and the man in black returns to attack Sora and Neku with a large nightmare. After the fight, Joshua reveals himself accompanied by Rhyme. He explains that he's been keeping Rhyme safe, and he's been using her dreams and his own as portals to other worlds, including this instance of Traverse Town. He explains to Sora the case of dreams and portals, and also mentions that the man in black likely has something to do with the split of the dream world. At this time, he can see Riku and his own circumstances. As Shiki runs ahead, the man in black steps in to startle Riku and unveil himself.
It's Terranort!
However, he unleashes his own nightmare on Riku and gets away. Riku wins, and the two groups now face each other somewhat reunited. Joshua reminds them of their connections regardless of separation.
Joshua popping out with the angel wings.
Which Riku and Sora both unlock. Next, Sora and Riku dive into La Cité des Cloches, where Sora first meets up with Quasimodo and helps him escape his misery as the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Riku also meets Esmeralda Gypsy and helps her escape the persecution of the hounding Frollo. During the fight with Frollo and his nightmare, Riku encounters the man in black again, but this time with the heartless Ansem. Their meeting is brief, and Ansem once again urges Riku to embrace the darkness, which Riku defies. Meanwhile, after the nightmares are dealt with, Sora sees Quasimodo out safely but runs into the man in black again, who mocks Sora for imprisoning people in his heart, even if unintentionally.
Well, you know what? Sora kind of deserves that, because how many lives has he ended at this point? How many lives has he ended at this point? How many lives? 2? Almost 3?
Sora looks on and sees Vanitas for the first time, but he's never met him and thus does not recognize him. Afterwards, the keyhole appears and Sora unlocks it from within the church and Riku from outside. At this time, elsewhere, a flashback memory of his time in Organization 13 with Roxas wakens Lee in Radiant Garden. As he assesses the situation, he sees that former members of Radiant Garden that were in the organization are all being restored to being full people again, though notes that Braig and Isa, formerly Zigbar and Sayx, are missing. Remembering how Yensid warned them that they may run into familiar faces that are but fragments in a dream and not the real person,
like
Sora dives into Prankster's paradise where he spots his old traveling companion Jiminy Cricket.
Like,
Jimmy's looking
Roxas
for Pinocchio, so Sora lends a hand, especially hearing
basically
how a man in black
slurped up by Sora, and so was Shion.
Pinocchio, they're led to a trap of nightmares that Sora fights his way
Sacrifice
out of.
themselves.
They eventually find the real Pinocchio in a circus tent, and after Sora rescues him, the man in black is seen again, this time accompanied by former Organization 13 leader and nobody, Xemnas.
I'm keeping up with this pretty well.
It's a brief meeting, and Xemnas taunts the similarity of Sora
is so hot, though.
Leaves. Sora is then met by the Blue Fairy, who tells him that Pinocchio and Jiminy are after Monstro the whale, who has swallowed Geppetto, and he jumps into the sea.
I think he only killed Disney villains. No, he murdered my boy Sora.
And his friends into darkness. Even after dealing with the nightmare, Sora washes ashore and realizes this dream is right before this world gets swallowed by darkness, and Monstro and his friends become the refugees he encountered way early in his first adventure. Nothing more he can do. He unlocks his role
this is like game 6 or something, but they're all on different platforms, so it's difficult for someone to play all of them.
Jiminy Cricket, though this dream version of Jiminy has never met Riku before. They tell Riku Pinocchio has been led away by a person in a black coat, and Riku hurries off. Catching up to both of them, Riku halts the person in black, who shocks Riku by revealing himself to be Riku back when Riku was on the side of darkness. However, they don't have a chance to exchange words as Dark Riku leaves. The real Riku sends Pinocchio off, and Riku faces down the threat inside Monstro. It turns out it's a giant crab nightmare this time, and as Riku defeats it, he unlocks Monstro's keyhole and then moves on. Back with Lee, he, Evan, and Alias are still searching for clues on their reconstruction and their missing associates.
Hey, look at that hot Terranort Xemnas.
Evan remarks that something else must be amiss, as if they didn't turn up
over here
like the rest of them. Then they would have appeared in the town for those without worlds, Traverse Town. Lee then volunteers to go out and find them, and has an idea how as he looks towards Ansem the Wise's notes and spies the door to darkness. Riku is first to dive into the next world,
DTD is Door to Darkness.
This is his first time in the digital world. He is immediately taken captive alongside another user, Sam, and taken to the games. There, he is met by
There's
Clue,
your
the
Tron
program
games,
taking
those
over
of you
the
that
grid
wanted a
and eager
Tron
to jump
game.
into other worlds. Riku and Sam escape and help facilitate Sam's father and Korra in their escape from the grid. However, Sora enters the grid and recognizes it as Tron's world. He evades some guards and runs into Rinzler, but as he is met by Sam and crew, he is informed that Tron has been turned into Rinzler. As Sora tries to turn Tron back, he bumps into young Xehanort and Xemnas yet again, who drop that this system is the real original system of the grill that Ansem copied and Sora visited. Sora then runs into Clue, who wants Sora's Keyblade, but Sora takes this encounter as a chance to reprogram Tron and attempt to restore him. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, and as Rinzler is lost, Sora finds
Clue?
the world's keyhole, unlocks it, and moves on.
Girl is grill.
Meanwhile, Riku helps Sam and friends reach the portal they seek in order to escape, and after dealing with another nightmare Clue, a keyhole appears that he unlocks. At this time, King Mickey receives
Someone in Xemnas?
a grill that Ansem copied and Sora visited.
Ansem?
Sora tries to turn Tron back. He bumps into young Xehanort and Xemnas yet again, who
Young Xehanort Xemnas.
drop that this system is the real original system of the grill that Ansem copied and Sora visited. Sora then runs into Clue, who wants Sora's Keyblade, but Sora takes this encounter as a chance to reprogram Tron and attempt to restore him. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, and as Rinzler is lost, Sora finds the world's keyhole, unlocks it, and moves on. Meanwhile, Riku helps Sam and friends reach the portal they seek in order to escape, and after dealing with another nightmare Clue, a keyhole appears that he unlocks. At this time, King Mickey receives a hostage message from Maleficent's Raven telling him that Queen Minnie has been taken hostage and demands his presence. Donald and Goofy accompany him back, and Master Yen Sid notes the strange timing of it all, attributing it to the plausibility of Xehanort's return. Suddenly, both Sora and Riku are recalled back to Traverse Town by Joshua, who explains that he needs their help with a troublesome nightmare that is best dealt by with those two, as well as coming to the conclusion that the two Traverse Towns are in fact not parallel worlds, but distinct dream worlds dreamt by two separate people.
Oh.
Sora teams up with Neku and Shiki, and Riku teams up with Beat and Rhyme, and together all of them combat the tricky cross-dimensional nightmare and defeat it. Per their theory, a second keyhole has appeared that is now unlocked. Meanwhile, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy stand off against Maleficent and Pete in Disney Castle.
Hey, this is where
In
we
exchange
started
for Queen
today.
Minnie, Maleficent demands the data from all the worlds that's stored in the journals Mickey kept left over from the events of Kingdom Hearts Recoded. However, a sudden intervention by Lee distracts them all long enough for Minnie to break free on her own and reverse the situation. Maleficent and Pete take their leave, and the crew turns to their rescuer. Now making introductions to a surprised crowd, Lee steps out of the darkness to make himself known. In the next world, Sora and Riku finds themselves in the land of the Musketeers. Sora meets up with the younger Mickey, Goofy, and Donald, and the four of them team up to protect Princess Minnie from the clutches of Dastardly Pete and the Beagle Boys, as well as various nightmares along the way. In a plot to become king himself, Pete kidnaps the princess and looks to end the Musketeers. Meanwhile, Riku arrives in the middle of that plot and rescues Princess Minnie.
Nice.
He gives chase to the Beagle Boys and foils the plot to end the Musketeers just in the nick of time, which somehow carried over interdimensionally. After being titled Royal Musketeer, Sora unlocks the keyhole on this side, and
which somehow carried over interdimensionally. Unexplained. Somehow carries over interdimensionally.
Riku follows in turn. Meanwhile, Lee explains what he knows to Yen Sid and the others, which all but confirms the return of Xehanort. Short of options that haven't already been thought of by Xehanort, Master Yen Sid agrees to send Lee off to unlock the ability to wield a Keyblade.
Pog! Pog! Wait! What? Axel's gonna become a Keyblade boy?
Next, Sora and Riku find themselves inside Master Yen Sid's mysterious tower, but during a much earlier time when Mickey was still the Sorcerer's Apprentice. When dabbling in magic too strong for his own capacity, a strong musical nightmare came out and trapped Mickey in its symphony. Now, Sora and Riku dive into various Fantasia orchestrations to end the music and the nightmare. While inside the music, Sora is met by young Xehanort, who in passing tells Sora how foolish he is for not realizing the bigger picture yet. Moving on, young Xehanort seeks out Riku.
Xehanort comes to tell Sora that he's a dumbass. Moving on.
Riku and chats a little for once. He reminds Riku how when he was a young boy, it was originally Riku who was gifted with the Keyblade, and on the day when the Destiny Islands was consumed, because of his decision to embrace the darkness instead, is why the power of the Keyblade passed on to Sora. He then notes that Riku really has found a way to trap darkness in his heart, and a person immune to darkness is of no use to them. Riku scoffs back, and deals with the demon of Bald Mountain before doing his part to end the curse and the nightmare. Unlocking the world from both sides, Sora and Riku have now unlocked the 7 keyholes for their test and moved to return to reality. At this time, Mickey and the others ponder the progress of Lee in his Keyblade pursuit, but move on to more pressing thoughts like unraveling Xehanort's plot. They figure that in order for Xehanort to be able to affect Sora and Riku's dream diving since the start of the test in the Destiny Islands dream, then Xehanort must have been there when the Destiny Islands were lost to the darkness in the first place. Goofy questions if it's possible that Xehanort could be doing the same thing Sora and Riku are doing, that is, dive into the dreams of worlds yet unlocked and in essence be time traveling. Yen Sid replies that it's only possible, again, if Xehanort of the past was around physically at that point in time. However, Mickey quickly realizes that the time Xehanort was possessing Riku was a time when he was traveling without a body, which does make it possible to cross time. Realizing now that Sora and Riku are now being guided into a trap, Mickey remembers an old saying from Master...
We're watching this instead of playing the game, Andy, so that we can move on to the next game and understand the plot. I didn't follow that. I was too busy sneezing.
Again, if Xehanort of the past was around physically at that point in time. However, Mickey quickly realizes that the time Xehanort was possessing Riku was a time when he was traveling without a body, which does make it possible to cross time. Realizing now that Sora and Riku are now being guided into a trap, Mickey remembers an old saying from Master Aqua.
I don't understand who was without a body.
Sora is surprised to see himself in the world that never was, and wonders if the organization's world is one of those he has to unlock. He quickly corrects himself, but is still confused, to which Xigbar now comes in to enlighten him while still taking a jab at Roxas. Starting from the beginning, Xigbar explains that Sora is still sleeping because they've been controlling the course of the trip ever since the beginning. Like how he's able to go back in time to before his world was swallowed only because Sora himself was actually there, well so too was Xehanort. He reminds Sora that it was Xehanort whom he met so long ago before his adventure even began. Sora objects to the...
It's so interesting that they're saying that this is Xehanort that he met, but he didn't meet Xehanort. He met Terra. Whereas, like, that was before Xehanort had taken over Terra's body. But I mean, I guess they're like, yeah, it was Xehanort.
Far-fetched idea, and Xigbar admits that it was precisely that implausibility that enabled it to work undetected at all. To prove that Sora is still sleeping, he merely points out that Sora is still in his dream form, but it doesn't matter anymore. He brings out a new Organization 13, who quickly subdues Sora, and Sora soon wakes to see a young Xehanort reveal to him how it all got started. Xehanort donned the brown robe when he cast off his physical form and wandered as just a heart, and this enabled him to connect with all incarnations of himself, past and present. Next, young Xehanort explains that coordinating with Xehanort's heart, which was also possessing Riku for a time, helped them to know what was going on with events and predict Sora's moves. Next,
okay, this is getting a little wild here.
Doesn't matter anymore. He brings out a new Organization 13, who quickly subdues Sora, and Sora soon wakes to see a young Xehanort reveal to him how it all got started.
Young Xehanort revealed to him how it all got started.
Xehanort donned the brown robe when he cast off his physical form and wandered as just a heart, and this enabled him to connect with all incarnations of himself, past and present. Next, young Xehanort explains that coordinating with Xehanort's heart, which was also possessing Riku for a time, helped them to know what was going on with events and predict Sora's moves. Next, he shows him Traverse Town and illustrates how Sora has been here several times, both real and in dream, memories, and even datascapes. Finally, Sora finds himself in his real body, still in the world that never was, and follows along.
Naminé!
He sees Naminé and rushes to catch her, but once he does, he suddenly sees Shion, a version of himself he housed but has never actually met. He finds himself tearing up, and as Shion runs off, he hears Riku's voice urging him to wake up. That's because Riku is actually outside where Sora is now. He also found himself in Organization 13's world, and after wandering around, found Sora suspending in a cursed sleep. His attempt to wake Sora is interrupted as a strange nightmare in the form of a figure in a black coat forms itself from Sora's dreams and attacks. Riku defeats this threat, and is now taunted by the voice of Ansem. Ansem declares Sora's heart is now claimed by the darkness, and Riku himself is lost.
No way.
He explains that since the beginning, Riku himself has only been traveling inside a dream within a dream. More specifically, Sora's dreams within the dream worlds. In fact, the sigil on his back the entire time is not the mark of a Dream Eater by mere coincidence, as all this time, Riku has been acting as a Dream Eater in Sora's dreams this whole time. Riku reminds Ansem that he was once a Keyblade wielder as Xehanort, only turned to darkness, which is similar to Riku now. In fact, he now resolves himself to a new journey. That is to say, he cannot lock away the darkness, master the darkness, or reject the darkness, then now his new work must be to consume the darkness and return it to light. They clash, and Riku wins again, and finds himself in the world that never was. Back in Sora's dream, he runs into another figure who unveils himself to be his nobody, Roxas. Roxas somberly tells Sora that it's possible the situation could have been reversed, but Sora is so important for all the hearts connected to his own, not to mention those within his heart.
Vomit. Why is Sora so important? Because he's not.
Roxas is still a little bitter for being a nobody, but Sora confidently tells him that he's been an individual this whole time, and has his own separate memories. Roxas warmingly now connects to Sora and imparts to Sora all of the memories he had, both from his tragic time in the organization and briefly in Twilight Town. Then, Sora snaps back to his dream form and hears Riku's warnings again. He then chases down images of Kairi and Riku, who change into Master Aqua and Terra, whom Sora is now meeting for the first time. Suddenly, Ventus's memories and heart within Sora speak out in form, but the reunion is brief as again, Riku's voice snaps him out of the illusion. Now reliving a memory from when he was 4 years old, Sora remembers how he did indeed meet Aqua so long ago, but this memory is also interrupted by now Ansem, who pushes Sora into a deeper sleep. Xigbar welcomes Sora again, but admits that while they put him into sleep, all the memory flashes Sora went through were actually all from his own heart. Sora points out that he doesn't believe that nobodies actually lack hearts like they claim from what he's seen, and both Xigbar and Xemnas confess that's mostly true.
Yeah,
as they found out,
even
banished from the body, a heart will try to replace itself at every opportunity. In conclusion, because of hearts, a separation of body into heartless and nobody is always temporary. Sora then asks why all the lies, and Xigbar explains it's because the original purpose of Organization 13 was to prepare 13 vessels into turning into Xehanort. They then state they figured that there would be problems with this plan, and so had a backup plan ready the whole time. Sora admits that he was never the Keyblade's chosen, and knows that he's only strong because of the many bonds he and his hearts connected to him, but is proud to be a small part of the greater purpose for those the Keyblade did choose. He and Xemnas fight, and while Sora wins, he only succeeds in exhausting himself for young Xehanort to come in and make Sora the 13th needed vessel for darkness. Now, as his heart sinks into darkness, Ventus's Keyblade armor suddenly equips itself around Sora at the last minute. Meanwhile, Riku enters the organization's headquarters and makes his way to the meeting room. He spots Sora.
Oh my gosh. Wow, the first half of this game was so boring, and all of a sudden we're like, bam, 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 bringing in all these characters that I care about.
Stopped by young Xehanort, who expresses how both Riku and Roxas were failed candidates.
All of a sudden it's popping
off. He reveals
off.
the rules of time travel to Riku that has enabled this all to be done. but is interrupted as Mickey warps in and stops time just long enough to rescue both Riku and Sora to get out. However, young Xehanort himself is a seasoned time traveler, and not only resists the time stop, but also traps Riku in his own pocket dimension. They fight, and Riku edges out a win to break free. Unfortunately, the time effect is now done, and Master Xehanort is finally
Has there been a single Final Fantasy character in this game?
back. Xehanort recounts the story of the original Kingdom Hearts and Keyblade, and reminds Mickey of the futility of his fight. As the inevitability of a second Keyblade
Who
war
was
is
it,
nigh,
Zell?
Xehanort moves to combine his 13 Dark Selves and prepare the Keyblade properly this time. At the last second, Lee comes in to save Sora from becoming a Dark Vessel and helps to protect him, even from his old friend.
They're not in this game, though. Zell. Yeah, this game. There's no Final Fantasy characters in this game. Yeah.
Friend Aiza. Even Donald and Goofy come in to save Mickey and Riku. All of this has succeeded in stalling for time long enough to prevent the fusion of darkness, but only for a short while. Back at Yensid's tower, Sora's heart is still sleeping, but Yensid states that Riku, having unlocked the 7 sleeping worlds from within Sora's dream, can now still dive again into Sora's dreams and unlock his own sleeping heart. Riku agrees and finds Sora in Ventus's
So when does
consumed
Kairi
by the
become
nightmare
cool?
Fighting and dispelling that, Sora sinks again into darkness, leaving his kingdom key behind.
Because
Picking up the
we've
Keyblade
only got
intended
like
for him all along, Riku
two
unlocks
games
Sora's
left.
sleeping heart. He
Don't
then finds
answer
himself
that.
deeper in Sora's heart, which takes the form of the Destiny Islands, where he turns and sees Roxas behind him, who asks him a question of the heart. He is then met by Ventus for the first time, whom he initially mistakes for Roxas, but then corrects himself. Finally, he's met by Xion, whom he has met before, but forgot once she died. All 3 people connected in Sora's heart ask Riku the same questions of the heart that Sora was asked at the very beginning of Sora's journey. Next, a data version of Ansem the Wise talks to Riku and shares with him the research data he left behind in Sora's heart. He states it should be a clue to retrieving lost hearts, and was best left with...
Yo, why is data version Ansem outside of data? Unless we're in the data. We're not in the data.
As he's the only person to ever regain his body as a Heartless without destroying his nobody, and that strength may be what they can use to then retrieve the people connected to Sora as well. After all, the hearts of Roxas, Xion, and Ventus still lay within Sora, and the hearts of those connected to them are strong bonds that Sora can likely use to rescue them. Hearing that Sora is awake,
Hey, that's
Riku
the end of
opens a
Kingdom
keyhole
Hearts
in
2.
Sora's inner heart and leaves. Back in Yensid's tower, Sora is truly awake
thanks,
and never better.
Vixus.
With the tests and trials completed, the 2 now await the results of the exam. Yensid thanks everyone and apologizes for failing to foresee the traps and dangers. In the coming times ahead, a new Keyblade Master must be present, and while both Sora and Riku performed admirably, Riku took the extra step to dive in again and successfully unlock
Hello
Sora's
there.
heart when he was
Thank you so
still
much for
trapped.
following.
For all this, Riku is now granted the title of Master.
Yay!
Sora is still
Riku
excited
got
to hear the
Master!
news, and Lee expresses his interest in growing as well, surprising all of them by materializing his own
Hey, he
Keyblade.
got his Keyblade!
Mission accomplished, Sora states that he has some unfinished business as well, and more practice to be had to become a master himself, and leaves, heading over to Traverse Town. Having just been unlocked from sleep, Sora is overjoyed to see all the Dream Eater friends he made
Kingdom
there
Hearts
still
2 was
present.
the best.
Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance concludes with Mickey and Yensid assessing a situation and determine that even if they avoid finding 7 Guardians of Light to fight the 13 Darknesses, then Xehanort can just go after the Princesses of Light again, and they would be spread too thin to protect them after all. With war inevitable, it's actually a smarter move to just raise as many Guardians of Light as they can, filling up at least their quota of 7. On cue, Riku comes in from an errand from Master Yensid, retrieving their most recent Keyblade-wielding recruit, Kairi. Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance is the coming fruition of Xehanort's plot, and the prelude to the next war of the Keyblade and Kingdom Hearts. It continues the series towards the next installment, Kingdom Hearts 3, and has enjoyed the success of selling close to 1.5 million copies worldwide.
Thanks. So, again, this was Oni Black Mage. I liked and commented it We haven't gotten to Kingdom Hearts 3 yet. All right. All right. The next thing that I have to do is called Kingdom Hearts Key back cover, which I think is Union Cross or something. Something like that. So that was good. I'm glad. I think I would have watched those cutscenes and not understood whatsoever what was going on. And then finally through, I know we have been playing these Kingdom Hearts games for so long. Is back cover a movie or is it a game? Guess we can look. This is a Roxas scene I thought you'd like. I do love my Roxas scenes. Oh, I do love my Roxas scenes so much. I'm such a little Roxas crybaby. I have so many clips of me crying over Roxas. Let's do Stream Raiders really quick though. It's like 30 seconds. And then we'll watch the scene. Thank you so much for hanging out, Emmer. Thank you again for the raid. Like 69 times, yeah. I started making a YouTube video, but sometimes you like have a vision and it's really hard to follow through with it. A Kingdom Hearts game after London had an inkling. I have followed along pretty damn well. Dream Drop Distance was a little bit much for me. For sure. I'm glad that that YouTube video exists. Na 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 na. Bam. Bam. I think Recoded and Dream Drop Distance are my least favorite games so far. Birth by Sleep and 358 by 2. Birth by Sleep has the best storytelling in my opinion. I really enjoyed the way that they wove the story in in Birth by Sleep. But I think my favorite, like, most impactful story was probably Kingdom Hearts 2. But also that's because I'm a Roxas simp. I love Roxas. Zal with the most kills, Snugzel with the most assists, Gorum and Godzone Drunk, Tristan and Splash, congrats on your goodies. Let's get this gold here. Birth by Sleep was a cool game. I think they really, tried something different with storytelling that I've not seen done in other games. I'm sure it's been done, but I've not seen it done in other games, so. Okay. Let's see what goes on here.
Come on, wait up. Who are you? You're Roxas.
Yep.
How can you be here? Am I dreaming?
Yes. Don't shake your head. He's dreaming.
Come on, say something.
This could have been the other way around.
Huh?
But it really has to be you.
What do you mean?
There are so many hearts that are connected to yours. You're me, so you can feel what I felt.
No. Roxas, you're you. We're not the same. I wanted to tell you that. that you deserve as much as I do to be your own person.
Yeah. You're right, Sora.
Sora,
You got
see?
bonus points now.
That's why it has to be you.
I didn't want the series to end with 2 because it meant Roxas was dead, and Roxas doesn't deserve that. Yeah, that's really tough. This is the person that you murdered, Sora. You did that.
Again. Did they cause all this pain? What do you want me to see?
Sora, don't chase the dreams. They'll lead you nowhere. Just to an abyss you'll never be able to wake up from.
Roxas literally had no choice. If you're gonna die anyway, then there's not a choice. Being given it's gonna happen eventually and you're gonna disappear, or you can choose to disappear now on your own terms, is not a choice. Don't give me that bull crap. Am I gonna get pushed over the edge of the cliff, or am I gonna jump off the cliff? You know? Same result. None of this, he chose it. Same with Xion, she didn't get to choose. Same with Ventus. I mean, Ventus, you know. I mean, it's not Sora's choice, but also it's Sora's fault. Stupid child Sora was too nice. Slurped up everybody's hearts. Oh my god, Claus. Pow, 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 pow. Yeah, Sora's over here constantly slurping up hearts. I'm kind of curious, but you know what? I've made a mistake. I started this Stream Raiders battle and I shouldn't have. Because I think finishing Dream Drop Descents is a wonderful place to end. And I am a little bit exhausted. I have been streaming for like 6 hours or something like that. I'm a little bit tired. I need to get some food in me. Kingdom Hearts will do that. It is a lot on the brain. Tang. An hour and 37 minutes. Only stream for an hour and a half. I'm such a bad streamer. So thank you all so much for joining me. I will be running this off stream. Full time, my ass. I will be running Stream Raiders off stream. Which Kingdom Hearts will I play next? The Key game? Key? And we'll be playing it on Tuesdays and Thursdays.